Hey, Bobby Manning here. Welcome to a special edition of the Garden Report, an All-Star Game recap. Had to do it after Jayson Tatum and Jaylen Brown stole the show. Jayson Tatum going on a late burst to claim the All-Star Game record, passing Anthony Davis. 55 points, lethal shooting night for Tatum. 10-18 three-point shooting after falling pretty early in the three-point shootout last night. It didn't go his way in that competition, but he'll take this one instead, claiming the Kobe Bryant MVP trophy. Tatum, Team LeBron, winning this one by a final score of 184 to 175. Michael Malone, the coach of Team LeBron, Team Giannis, actually, Jayson Tatum played for. Michael Malone calling it the worst game ever played. And that certainly went into these numbers for Tatum, but he was dominant in terms of the shooting. Slid to the rim for a few shots late. They actually gave him a pair of free throws down the stretch. Hit one and finishes 22 with 31. Awesome display from him. He ends up getting picked in the draft number 1 by Giannis Antetokounmpo, who had his notebook ready to go. You had Jaylen Brown as well, second overall, right behind Anthony Edwards, the Team LeBron. So those two end up on opposite sides again, as they did in 2021. Of course, Brown not an all-star last year. And you were waiting for it. They guard each other for a few possessions in that 2021 game. Had a few fun moments. I think Brown might have hit one over Tatum in that game. And it happens again here. In the third quarter, I think Brown lined Tatum up. See everybody grow alert. Tatum had scored 15 in the first half. Brown 13 to lead both of their teams. Brown coming off the bench, by the way. And all of a sudden, Jaylen Brown, who finishes with 35 in this game to lead Team LeBron, drills a three in Tatum's face, step back, lining him up. Goes down the other side and I think forces a turnover off of Tatum. And comes down again, hits another shot. From three, and Tatum comes back, hits a three of his own. Seconds start ticking away from the third quarter, and Tatum's got Brown a little locked up. Brown almost throws like this shimmy move on Tatum, but can't get the shot off in time. Tatum comes away clapping his hands. Brown wearing the mask, of course, in this game, coming back from a 4-game absence with a facial fracture. Look good. Bunch of dunks late from Brown. Again, no defense in this game at all. But you had this real moment in the third quarter tonight that was universally beloved. All of the teammates stood to the side while these two went one-on-one. You had some real fire between them as they attacked each other in isolation and showed off some ridiculous moves. And both of them, more than anything else, headlining this game with their high-volume scoring. Tatum did his work in 35 minutes. With a monstrous 10 of 14 third quarters. We mentioned that third, 27 points, an all-star game record in the third. He goes that entire frame, while Jaylen Brown struggles a little bit from three. Again, wearing that mask, we got to first look at him going to play through that, I'd imagine, for the next few weeks here. 35 and 14, 5, not a bad start. We'll see how that impacts his shooting. His shooting's really hovered around this mark all year, that 33%, 25% in this game. So a little below that, but again, these two stole the show. Yeah, they really put on a moment here tonight that people will remember. And I think especially if they do end up doing a one-on-one competition one day on All-Star Weekend. Again, there's so much ego, pride involved in this now. You wonder what guys will actually agree to do at this point during this weekend. No defense. LeBron dodged a Tatum dunk at one point during this game. Checked out at halftime. Giannis with the left wrist injury didn't let on much about it in the past few days, but he did check in for 20 seconds, threw down a dunk, and checked out. So he wanted to make an appearance, and it looks like he is, in fact, dealing with an injury there that maybe impacts him beyond the break. We'll see. He was able to at least get out there and show face. The draft was fun. Your snubs ended up being Domantas Sabonis, as well as Jaren Jackson, who was actually the last player taken, but I'm glad they did put pride aside for that moment, Jackson coming to Team LeBron with a smile on his face. Didn't look thrilled to be the last pick, but not disappointed either. And then they did throw the last pick in the starters category. Almost Nikola Jokic, believe it or not, who scored 4 points in this game, the MVP favorite. He was taken second to last. Lauri Markkanen, the last pick among the starters, to a raucous ovation in the Salt Lake City arena there. And other notable performances, Donovan Mitchell was 40. He went for the game winner a few times. Tatum didn't get his chance at taking the game winner. Damian Lillard caught a second chance. I think missed by Markkanen in the corner. Went out to the left wing and bombed a shot from deep. It felt like 4 or 5 heaves to talk again about the quality of this game. Ended it. And of course, the target score of 184 is what they were shooting for. Brown led a late rally with a tough three, a finish inside. Defense ramped up a little bit in those final moments as Team LeBron made a rally, but without LeBron, tough for them to pass through that. Embiid plays 27 minutes. He's dealing with that foot. Kyrie scores 32 with 15 assists next to his running mate Luka Doncic, who only played 18 minutes. Other performances on the Giannis side, again, Lillard with 26, the big one. Tatum with the 55, an all-star game record, and deservedly the MVP here. I had fun. The Saturday events weren't great. 3-pointer complete snoozer. The skills competition, I mean, I don't know what was going on in that. These guys, they should have just thrown the balls, all off the rack at the same time, because you didn't have to finish your shot or pass or whatever you were doing to advance. So it ended up being a scrambled mess. The passing circles were like, windows practically, big windows to just toss it through. And then you had other events that followed the first round, which was terrible, that were strange within themselves, just bounce passes all over the place. Team Giannis did not perform well. I don't even think Giannis did it. Drew Holiday filled in for him. The rookies scored 0 points in this shootout competition. And then I think the Jazz ended up taking it. Walker Kessler, Sexton, and Jordan Clarkson. So congrats to them. The game, though, great. The dunk contest, sneaky awesome, with Mac McClung doing a double clutch off the glass reverse slam on the first try, waking everybody up, and then continue to throw down these ridiculous slams, reverse spinning, way above the rim, and a short guy, no less. I remember following him back there in his college days. Played at 3 colleges, viral sensation, G Leaguer now. That caught a lot of noise given the state of the dunk contest, but he goes out and wins it with I'd say, all-time memorable performance on Saturday. So shout out to Mac McClung for saving the dunk contest. And Brown and Tatum, did they do something here? Will we get a one-on-one contest in the future? That would be a great legacy to this game tonight. If not, Tatum will hold the record for now for most points in an All-Star game. Brown did his best to challenge him at times, and actually I think outplayed him in that one-on-one sequence there. So credit to Jaylen Brown for proving his worth in a big moment there that caught the world's attention. Highly, highly well received back and forth between Brown and Tatum, the highlight of this game, and they both lead their teams respectively in sports on a real banner weekend for the Celtics out there in Utah. Joe Mazzulla catching plenty of praise too, as we said in our previous video. Now the head coach of the Celtics ends up winning this one with Team Giannis as the head coach, along with the Celtics staff. So we are brought to you by BetterHelp. BetterHelp, of course, a great place to access therapy, help if you need it on your phone. You can get connected with licensed therapists if you're not feeling like yourself, if you're feeling down, possibly even depressed. BetterHelp.com/garden gets you 10% off your first month of therapy there. Again, really important to seek help if you need it. If you're just not feeling like yourself or you just need to talk to someone, BetterHelp's going to connect you easily through your phone with licensed therapists and find the right one for you. That's important as well. You can try a couple of different ones and see who meshes with you. Sometimes I think your background, talking to someone who looks like you can be important, and they just have that flexibility there. So BetterHelp.com/garden, especially people who haven't tried therapy before. It's a very accessible way to do it. So head to betterhelp.com/garden to get 10% off your first month when you head over there. And Athletic Greens, athleticgreens.com/garden for a free 1-year supply of vitamin D and 5 free travel packs with your first purchase. That's vitamins, minerals, adaptogens, probiotics. Talk about feeling better. All of these key ingredients to a healthy lifestyle are in Athletic Greens, and that year's supply of vitamin D will help you avoid illness through the winter as well. Through these short days that continue, 5 free travel packs for if you're on the go. It's All-Star Week. We're on the go. Everybody's on the go this week around the NBA. Throw them in your luggage, and you got it. Morning, rip it open, pour it in your water, and you get 75 of those key ingredients. That's athleticgreens.com/garden. Once again, Tatum breaks the All-Star game scoring record. Team Giannis wins 184-175, and the Celtics are back in action on Thursday with the Indiana Pacers as they begin a road trip. We'll have coverage of Saturday against the 76ers, as well as Monday's game against the New York Knicks after that initial Pacers game. So join us in studio on Thursday. The Celtics postgame returns after this week off here. And join us live. Joe Sway and I are both going to be in Philadelphia and New York. And, of course, show our sponsors some love. BetterHelp, Athletic Greens are big reasons we're able to travel. This has been the Garden Report. I am Bobby Manning. And have a good night. Have a good week.